In the Middle East, fresh Israeli airstrikes on northern Gaza have reportedly killed dozens. Meanwhile, the U.S. has once again vetoed a UN resolution calling for a Gaza ceasefire, highlighting global divisions as diplomatic efforts to end the conflict falter. Hye-ryeon has more.
Despite ongoing efforts to broker a ceasefire, the conflict between Israel and the Palestinian militant group Hamas continues to escalate, with fresh airstrikes reported in the Gaza Strip. The Israeli military escalated its offensive in northern Gaza early on Thursday, targeting residential areas and causing extensive casualties, according to local health officials the same day. Rescue teams reported dozens trapped under rubble, with Hamas media claiming 57 fatalities, though this figure remains unverified. The day before, Gaza health officials reported 48 deaths from Israeli strikes. These casualties are the latest in Israel's military campaign in Gaza, which has resulted in nearly 44,000 Palestinian deaths over 13 months, according to Gaza officials. Meanwhile, international efforts to broker peace face setbacks as the U.S. vetoed a UN Security Council resolution calling for an immediate ceasefire, citing the absence of a provision for the release of hostages held by Hamas.
We made clear throughout negotiations we could not support an unconditional ceasefire that failed to release the hostages. Because, as this Council has previously called for, a durable end to the war must come with the release of the hostages. These two urgent goals are inextricably linked. This resolution abandoned that necessity, and for that reason, the United States could not support it.
This drew sharp criticism from global leaders, with only the U.S. from the 15-member council voting against the resolution. In Washington, the Senate rejected measures aimed at halting arms sales to Israel, reflecting bipartisan support despite concerns over Gaza's humanitarian crisis. Critics, including Senator Bernie Sanders, argue these sales violate U.S. laws prohibiting military aid to human rights violators, while proponents contend Israel faces existential threats from regional adversaries. Under U.S. arms export control laws, Congress can block arms sales to foreign countries through a joint resolution that is passed by both the House and the Senate and is not vetoed by the President. As diplomatic efforts stall, humanitarian conditions in Gaza continue to deteriorate, with UN officials warning of imminent famine and inadequate medical care. Hye-ryeon, Arirang News.